do you ever think about the best shows you saw and think about how you can implement some of those elements that you enjoyed so much? Like try to give, some other 12-year-old kid the Metallica experience that you got when you went to your first show.
For me, it's, and I have to kind of consciously remember to do this, be a bit more outward and not getting in my own head about what I'm playing, because there's been gigs where I've looked back at, like I've filmed it and I've looked back and I'm just kind of static, like staring into the clouds, or I look miserable, and it's not that I'm miserable, I'm having a great time, I'm just kind of thinking about what I'm playing, what's next, all that kind of stuff, where it's much better if you just kind of let yourself get into it. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a big thing, and the more animated you are, the better that you're kind of, that's your way of interacting with the crowd, especially with when you're behind a kit. It's not like you can go into the crowd, Mike will be right at the front, he can interact with them a lot easier, whereas the best thing that I think a drummer can do is sort of think less about what they're playing and more their stage presence, because that is a big thing that appealed to me growing up with drummers like Joe Jordison and stuff like that. So that's how from a drummer's perspective you would connect with an audience.
That's honestly like such a self-aware response that I wouldn't even expect from a drummer, and maybe that's just because I'm like a dumb vocalist. I show up, I sing the songs. I don't know what you guys had to do to get here. I just know what I had to do to get here. It's so refreshing to hear, because I think singers are like more naturally in the spotlight. So we're like really critical of ourselves and like, what are people going to be saying about me? Because there's going to be a bunch of eyes looking at me the whole time. And if I don't know right away, I'm going to hear about it later, how like my eyelash fell off, or like, like the Janet Jackson nipple slip, or like whatever, because like I'm front and center. But that's interesting to me to hear that even as a drummer, you're watching footage of yourself back and you're like, oh, I wasn't giving anybody much to look at back there.
Exactly, yeah.
It must be working that you're thinking about it, because I put that little note in my intro about you looking like you were having a good time, because I was watching videos of you and you were like, I was like, oh my God, this guy loves his job. Like, pop off.
It's weird though. Like, I mean, it's only a recent thing, to be honest. Like, I have to kind of consciously think about that, even if I'm having a great time. What we mentioned about earlier with Ocean Grove, like we spoke about this, Jay. We were there as a band, and they were constantly smiling. Like there was no break, and it's clear that they love their job, and also to do that every night on a tour is just so impressive. That really resonates onto an audience, because they want to see a band that's having a good time, because they will then have a good time. So
for sure,
yeah
100%. I am such a believer in like, if you're having a good time on stage, your audience is going to have a good time watching you as well. It's just like any other workplace. You're like looking at the guy next to you and you're like, why is he having so much fun? I'm not having fun over here at my desk. And you just figure out, like what's everybody else doing that's working for them, and that is it. You're supposed to be here to have a good time. It should be fun. And if something's making you not have a good time, then that's another conversation to be had. Shitty band member, shitty manager, whatever.